Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of K-Pop Cosmos. I'm your host Freyja, and joining me once again is my co-host Mark. Hey Mark, what's going on?
Hey Freyja, I am doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. So I know you were excited about this new group that we're going to be talking about.
Yes, very much so. There was a moment in my life where this was just something. This was a group that I just loved with all of my heart.
Oh, well, and without further ado, guys, that group is Momoland. All right, so Momoland. So this group, I heard about them long time ago with that particular song. It was everywhere. So Momoland, they originally came from, I believe, a TV show called Finding Momoland. They were a 6-member girl group under MLD Entertainment. It was a survival show, Finding Momoland. Consisted of, let's see, I'll get to the girls. Hyebin, Jane, Nay, sorry if I pronounce these wrong. Chime in if I get them wrong. Correct me. Naeun, Jui, Ahin, and Nancy. They debuted November 10th, 2016 with their first mini album of Welcome to Momoland. So, and then 2019, Yeonwoo and Tae. So, their group kind of had added members, removed members. It was kind of a mess.
Oh my God. You can look at if you look at any of their videos at any given year, you would not know it was the same group because some videos have 7 members, some videos have 6 members, some have 5 members. It's a mess. Yeah. This is one of the messiest K-pop groups I think I've ever come across.
Yeah, it was kind of hard because I was like, is this the same group? Like you said, I was like, am I watching the right music video? So they had members leave and come. It was crazy. And then as of this year, and I believe February, they disbanded. So they're no longer, as of this year, they're no longer a group, which is kind of disappointing, but
you know what's funny is that usually when a K-pop group like this bands, like the fans are sad and they're like, oh no, the record label treated them wrong and we want a reunion. Yeah. Not for this group. When they disbanded, everyone was like, thank God.
Yeah, this group had so many messes. Like, I'm not gonna talk about like scandals or anything, but I'll touch on something. But so they don't have a fan color. They fell to the 7-year curse of K-pop, where they only lasted about 7 years, and then they disbanded. But their fandom name is called Merry-Go-Round because we're all in this crazy, wacky theme park that is Momoland. Yeah. They do also have a light stick. Oh, so this is their most current comeback, their last comeback. And this is what they looked like when they debuted.
Aww.
Aren't they just the cutest? They're so adorable. And I only can really remember Nancy. There's so many videos of Nancy. But that's their debut. But they have a light stick. Yay!
That's awesome. I mean, it's not, they never really got a chance to really use it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 7 years. No, but it's cute. It's simple. It's cute. It's I think it's a heart with wings. I don't know. It's cute. I think it's cute. It fits their style. Yes. So it fits them perfectly. Oh, I forgot. And if for anyone who wants their past socials, I know they're not around anymore, but here's their socials, guys.
There you go.
You want to go look at their old stuff that they posted. All right. So for the members, we have Kevin. Sorry, guys. She is the leader, vocalist, and rapper. She was born in '96. Let's see. She was born in South Korea. She has a younger brother. Her nicknames are Hyebini and Hyebjang. Sorry if I got that wrong. She likes Legos and is good at cooking.
I adore her. When I first got into Momoland, she had like a really short bob of a haircut. Like it was really short, like boyish short.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's you don't really see, at least I didn't really come across that look a lot in K-pop, and it made her stand out a little bit. But she's very beautiful, and she pulls off that short hairstyle well. I was glad when she started to grow her hair long again. But that short bob, it like immediately made her stand out.
Yeah, it really did. And she's one of the ones where I thought she was going to be like the boyish member of the group.
Yes.
But this group doesn't have any boyish members. So they didn't have the tomboy member, which I thought she was going to fit into that role, but they didn't do that. And she is very beautiful, but she used to be a model. So that might, that might contribute to that. They said that her charm point is her cat face, like a cat-like face, which I can kind of see, the eye shape.
Sure.
Her pre-debut stage name was Cherry. Yeah, that's sorry guys, I'm gonna be a little crude. That's something you would hear at a strip club. Sorry. Could be worse, but you know. Let's see. Wow, they even gave me her waist measurements. Holy crap.
In case you want to design something for her, you know.
Yeah. Well, for people who want to know, her waist is 22 inches. So, woo. Let's see. She can do video game character impersonations and zombies. That's awesome. She was a trainee for 4 years. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So, like I said, I don't know much about girl groups. I knew about them because of BAM, or the BAM, or however you say that. Not BAM, because they have another song called BAM, but like Bam
Boom,
Bam, that one. Yeah.
Boom Boom.
Boom Boom. That's what it is. Boom Boom. That's the song that I knew, and everyone was performing it. And so that's how they kind of ended up on my radar. Then we have Jane. She was born in '97. She's the main dancer and vocalist. She was also born in South Korea. She went to an art school. Nice. Her charm point is her glittering eyes. Okay. Is she the one who always has like those very pretty contacts in?
Yeah,
like
I believe
the clear
so.
ones. Yeah. Okay. I'll give her that because her eyes are very they are very eye-catching. They draw you to them. She speaks really fast. Let's see. She can do an impression of a pressure rice cooker. Okay. Let's see. She used to be an ex-fan site admin for Infinite L.
Wow.
That's impressive. She used to be just like you guys. She too was a K-pop fan girl. Like severe. Let's see. Her nicknames are Sungjane, Ratatouille, Usami, and Shirangi. I don't know. I said that wrong. I know that much. Let's see. She doesn't like chocolate. Who doesn't like chocolate?
Not for everybody.
I guess. She also knows Japanese, so that's awesome. Yeah, she is like everyone else. Her hobbies are webtoons, riding a bike, and writing in her diary, web shopping, and taking pictures. She is the quintessential fangirl. That's cute. She's cute. And then we have Naeun. Once again, please correct me if I'm pronouncing these wrong. She was born in 98. Also born in South Korea. She also went to a performing arts school. And her nickname is 4D of Contrasting Charms. Her English name is Michelle. Her hobbies are watching movies and talking on the phone. Let's see. Her charming point is her skin. Okay.
Fine.
All right. She dislikes Aegyo. Me too, girl. Aegyo it hurts me physically.
I don't have a problem with it. I think it's adorable.
Well, it's meant for you guys.
Exactly.
She talks on the phone for 2 to 3 hours. That just, oh my gosh. She's the middle mom of the group. She shares a room with Naeun and or at least she used to share a room with Naeun and Haben. Let's see. Why did it say it that way? She shares a room with Haben. Okay. Let's see. She was diagnosed with BPPV disorder. BPPV. It's a disorder related to the inner ear, which causes vertigo. That's impressive that she's in a girl group with vertigo going on, though.
Oh, seriously. And they have to wear those
inner ear
like monitors. Yeah, so that's
no, thank you. And as I'm going through these girl groups, I'm like, oh my gosh, a lot of these girls are like anemia and like just, how do you do this? Like, how? I don't have any of these, and I have a hard time going to work. You guys work way more than I do. She was in a web drama on VLive, which doesn't exist, thanks, Hybe, called Anniversario Anyway. So if you want to watch that, try to find it somewhere. Maybe someone saved it, because VLive doesn't exist anymore. It makes me sad. Oh, and yeah. And then we have Jui.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very pretty. I like her hair. And all of her stuff. So she's a lead vocalist, lead dancer, rapper, and the face of the group. Oh, well, that explains that. She was born in Seoul but raised in Yongpyong. She also went to art school. She has an older brother. She's good at mimicking and imitating people. Let's see. She learned judo in 6th grade. That's awesome. She appeared on King of the Masked Singer, and her mask was the helicopter. Ooh, that's who that was? I watched that episode. She starred in a Tropicana commercial, and she's the face for Tropicana, or at least was. She's also the face of the makeup brand Baker 7. She admitted she had nose surgery done in her first year of high school. All right, so plastic surgery in Korea is not the same as plastic surgery everywhere else in the world, okay, guys? I think they're like number 1 or number 2 in the world for most plastic surgeries done, and it's kind of viewed as more of like a cosmetic thing, and it's super cheap. Like, someone told me that like it's very common to get for your 16th birthday to get a nose job done. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but that was what I was told by people who lived there. So I don't know. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna guess that's true.
Yeah,
guess that's very true.
Yeah. They said that nose jobs and getting the eyelid surgeries are the most common.
Yep.
And they don't really view that as like plastic surgery per se. They just view it as like, oh, it's just maintenance. Oh, it's just, cosmetic, So, I don't see any shame in that. She's fine. So She's fine as hell. So, you know.
Now, see, I adore her, but I do remember when they first came out. It is kind of ironic, at least to me, that she's the face of the group because she seemed to be the one that got picked on the most for her looks at the beginning.
Yeah.
When Boom Boom like first took off. By the way, I think there's a couple of members that are single-handedly responsible for this group being as successful as it was.
Yeah.
Her being one of them. She just has that. I mean, the fact that in the main group when the video came out, she was the one with like the long blonde hair, but her energy is just like you can't take your eyes off her. She is just over the top, and it made her stand out. But I remember a lot of people were like, because she stood out and because she got to do like the Tropicana commercials and she got to make all of these appearances outside of the group, a lot of people attacked her, and a lot of that was based on her looks because she did have an not unusual, but she didn't have like a standard model look that you associate with, especially considering she's in a group of 8 other members. A couple of them did look like models. Jui did not look like one, but she had the energy that like outshone like everybody else. I love her so much.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about certain people and picking on these groups, because like I think we touched on it briefly with like Big Bang. They called them ugly, like the ugly boy group, and they called 2NE1 the ugly girl group. I was like, are you all blind? Like, look at these people. Like, if they're ugly, I must be absolutely all of us must be absolutely hideous. Like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with you guys? Because she's always been gorgeous, and being unique is, I don't know, I don't like people trying to get rid of the uniqueness, but yeah, she really does fit the face of the group. I think she's uber attractive, so I guess to each their own. She has a puppy. Her role model is Big Bang. Speaking of Big Bang, let's see. She was in 2018. She joined the show Get It Beauty 2018 as an MC. See, like, Get It Beauty, but they made fun of her looks. So seriously. Let's see. She washes her hands a lot. Yeah, me too. When you actually like watch people, you become a germaphobe. Like, like you're like, ew, gross. I gotta wash my hands more. She can imitate the sound of wiping a window. She's straightforward and honest. She shares a room with Nancy. Her nicknames are Dongju and Duck. Her bright energy is her charm point, like you said. She's like, her energy is off the charts. Like, you notice her. Her favorite color is black. Has an older brother. She appeared in Kim Young-chul's music video featuring Wisung. And how is it? I think I saw that one. Let's see. No. She starred in Cow's Friends Marble commercial, CF, and in Youngjun. Jeez, she was in commercials. I can't even say these names. She joined the show. Kim Sang means veteran, and eventually became a fixed cast member. She's one of the MCs on JTBC's 2C or C2's Ballin' For You. She's 2018. She joined Salty Tour as a guest. Geez, there's a lot of things I can't pronounce in her thing. Yeah, I love her. She's great. Then we have Ahin. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. She was born in 1999 in South Korea. She has an older sister. She lived in China for 11 years, from the age of 6. She studied in China for 3 years. She used the name Cindy when she studied abroad. She was at Shanghai United International School and Seoul School of Performing Arts. Her nicknames are Wo Ani, Cindy, and Sammy. She speaks Chinese, English, and Spanish. Oh, nice. Her charm is her singing voice. Let's see. She likes basketball. She can run 100 meters in 14 seconds. She's the biggest eater of the group. Well, if she freaking works out like that, you got to keep up the energy. She trained for 2 months. That's impressive. Usually they keep them around. She also has a puppy. Let's see. She likes Ariana Grande.
Mm-hmm.
She was also on King of the Masked Singer, and she was the fortune cookie. She's friends with DJ Soda and DIA Somyi. She shares a room with Daisy. Well, shared a room with Daisy and Jane. Yeah, I love her hair. Like she looks great with the pink hair.
Yeah,
Like,
it's crazy about her. Not crazy, but she's been with the group since the very beginning. By the way, her English is fantastic. And she's really good English. She's been with the group for a while, and watching like the beginning videos, like the first 3 or 4 music videos, she doesn't really stand out. I mean, she's cute and all, but there's nothing about her that catches you, like Jui does. But then like in the later videos, at some point she just became like a model. Like she she fell into like I guess became comfortable with her body and her looks, and she just like blossomed into this like a beautiful woman. And I'm watching like the later videos and I'm like, wait a minute, why don't I remember this member? Like she really stands out. And then I go back and look at old videos. I'm like, oh, she's definitely like grown into her not to sound like a pig, but her attractiveness. Definitely like blossomed to like a very beautiful K-pop artist. And the difference between the new videos and the older videos are like almost night and day. So it stinks that she's gotten to this point where it's like, oh, she could be like a huge K-pop star. Like she could be like the next big member that blows up, and now the group is done.
Yeah, exactly. She very much was a late bloomer in her group, but that might also be because she was trying to, like, when you're in such a large group, because I think they had like 9 members at one point. It's hard to find your little niche that is just like
right.
that you can stand out in. So like you said, she did develop into a very beautiful woman. But she probably, it's just my cousins. I have a set of cousins where there are like 6 girls. And their brother is the youngest. And so it was very interesting because they all were like kind of doing the same thing. They're all trying to get attention to just them for like, because they're like, oh, you're like your sister. You don't want to be like your sister. You want to be known for who you are. And so that's why I kind of feel with these girl groups is like everyone needs to like find, especially in girl groups, because you need to find your niche so that you can become known through the industry, because that's how you can flourish later on, maybe after the group's done, but you can create a career for yourself if you make a name for yourself. So I'm glad she found it a little late, unfortunately, but she found it. So, and maybe she just didn't fit the concepts of the earlier stuff as well, because I was as I listened to their whole discography, which I'm going to be honest, the first song that played for me was Bingo Game, and I was like, what the hell did I get myself into? That song is so like magical girl intro-esque. It was just like, oh my gosh, what is this? Why did I do this to myself? But this is a group, even though they were around for 7 years, only 7 years, they developed really quickly. So they started out with like ultra cutesy, vomit rainbows type music, to like this more mature sound that I quite liked. And like I really liked the song Wrap Me in Plastic. I don't know why, because like lyrically I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a questionable song.
It's a very questionable song, but I really liked it. I was like, I like this song. And I did like Boom Boom. And so like their later stuff I liked more. There is one of their earlier songs that I liked, which we'll get into later, because we still haven't gone through all the members yet. So our next member is Nancy. So Nancy, I don't know if it's just my search results or what, but she seems to be the most popular member. She's like, I type in Momoland and they're like, Nancy videos everywhere. But anyway, Nancy was the lead vocalist, lead dancer, visual center, and the maknae. So she was the youngest. She was born in South Korea. Her father is American and her mother is Korean. And I freaking knew it. Like the moment I looked at her, I was like, she has some Western genes in there because of like the facial structure, and like the eye structure.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, she's got to have some genetics like in there, and it makes her stand out. Because even in this picture, I'm like, I'm getting some like freaking Hollywood actress vibes from it, like face structure wise. Let's see. I'm not gonna say her nicknames. I can't even pronounce them. I'm not gonna attempt them. This nickname, she was given the name Spinach during her childhood. I love those childhood nicknames. She went to art school. She speaks English, but she said she's more fluent in Korean. She was an actress and a model since she was a child. Let's see. She likes singing Disney songs. You and pretty much every other girl. we all sing along to Disney song movies. She was the girl in Snooper's Stand By Me music video and the girl in Mick Gree's Dangerous music video. She's the youngest member with the most training experience, so she trained for 6 years. Let's see. She collects elephant dolls. Okay. Her role model is FX's Crystal. Good choice. Good choice. Crystal's awesome. She is the wink fairy of the group because she can wink repeatedly and alternatively. Jeez, girl, I can barely wink one eye. I don't know how to wink well. She acted in the web drama, music drama Thumblight. She was the main cast in Tuniverse's Nangam School Season 2. She used to be in a hip-hop dance group called Cutie Pies, and they auditioned on Korea's Got Talent. So try to find that episode, guys. Let's see. She was part of a group called Sunny Girls with G-Friends Eunha, WJSN's Cheng Xiao, Oh My Girls Yua, and Gungundans Nanyong. She was the host of the show Pops and Soul in 2017 to 2018. She shares a room with Jui, which I think I already said. She was 10th on the TC Candler's 100 Most Beautiful Faces of 2020. Mm-hmm. She confirmed in 2019 that she changed her Korean name from Lee Seungri to Lee Jiuru. Okay, so she... Okay, I have a suspicion, but I don't know if it's true. But I think she changed her name from Seungri because of Seungri.
I was going to say, that seems pretty close.
Yeah. So I don't blame her. Because that would be kind of a... I know she's not she's not him, but, you know, it's like someone having the name Hitler. You know they're not right. Hitler, but... at the same time,
you don't want someone to bring up your name and then instantly start talking about, you know,
Are you related?
Yeah, don't want that.
No, yeah. So I understand why she did that. Yeah. So with Nancy, so with her popularity, I guess I found out that oh god, what was it? Did she press charges? So
Oh
she
yeah, there was
that peeping Tom.
right, yeah.
Douchebag.
Someone in her circle or in the circle of the label took pictures of her as she was changing outfits
What a douchebag.
and leaked them online.
Yeah, like, oh, I'd be so freaking pissed off. Like, he's lucky this wasn't in the US because she would have probably found out and threw hands at that man. Like, he would have been taken down. That's just disgusting, honestly. These women, just K-poppers, and like, everyone deserves privacy. You don't have the right to do that. Like, if she chose to do that on her own, that's something different. But this is her trying to change backstage at a show. That's disgusting. That's vile. Don't be that pervert, okay? Don't be that person, guys. I know you like these guys, but show some freaking respect, okay? But yeah, I don't know if she pressed charges. I hope they did. But I think, now I can't even find it. But yeah,
there's absolutely no doubt that she is the star of this group. Like, even from watching just the very beginning, like the first couple of videos, they all start off with her front and center, and I'm like, how have I never noticed this before? She is like, they really put all of the attention on her to be like the star of the group, and it worked. She's easily the most popular member.
Yeah. And with popularity comes, the downside. But she does seem at least sweet from the videos that I've seen of her with her fans. So hopefully that's true, but you never know how people really are. So yeah, but they all seem like sweethearts, to be perfectly honest. So, and I know they disbanded, but I hope the best for them. And speaking of disbanded, we're going to talk about some former members. First of which was Daisy. Whew. So Daisy's situation, okay, well, first, she was born in 1999. She was the main dancer, lead rapper, and a vocalist. Let's see, she has an older sister. She was originally a contestant on Finding Momoland, but was eliminated. Later on, she was added to the group in 2017. She's a former JYP trainee. She almost joined 16, which is a survival show that formed twice, but she left JYP before the show began. She lived in Canada for 11 years. That's why she's fluent in English. And she's close to most of the Twice members, which makes sense as she was a trainee for JYP.
Great.
Let's see. And they have her shoe size, which is okay. She specializes in ballet. A role model was Hyuna. And she shared a room with Jane and Ahin. Okay, and in 2019, they confirmed she was dating Icon Song, or Yoon Hyung Song. Icon Song. She was dating a boy band member. Okay, so they tried to dance around why she was no longer part of the group, but from my digging, so what happened, according to my research, so don't come at me if I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, let us know nicely, please. So Daisy, okay, so they put her kind of on a hiatus. Okay, so from what I'm finding, In January of 2020, Daisy stated that the show Finding Momoland was fraudulent and had deceived viewers by manipulating the votes. She claimed that after her elimination, she was contacted by the agency with an offer to join the group. And then MLD Entertainment denied the claims and said they would be taking legal action against Daisy. And then on May 13th of that year, it was announced Daisy had left the group.
Right. So
she ran her mouth about things that she shouldn't be talking about because she had a contract and she was still in the contract with this company. Because they have NDAs where you don't talk about crap. And she did anyway, it seems like. And hence the legal action and why she was eliminated from the group. Now the other places are like, due to unknown I'm like, no, there was yeah, and then it says in the live TikTok, it said that she had been fired from the group. So yeah, I mean, okay. So the thing about these shows that people need to understand, I'm not saying all of them, I'm just saying a large majority of them. So going in, they already know who they want, the companies and whatnot. It may not be from episode 1, but at least like halfway through, they know who they want and they're going to pass them regardless of anything. So her saying it's fraudulent, yeah, that's true. Because even, I don't want to get in trouble, but even the American ones do the same thing. So and it sucks, but got to go into these shows, and it's like reality TV. Reality TV is not real. They manipulate things, they change things, they push the people into show to say and do things. The people on the show act in a way that will get them more, like, like you watch The Real World or whatever the show was. I don't know if reality TV is still a thing because I don't watch TV really, at least not American TV. But like someone will be that like insanely douchey person, right?
Right.
But then after the show, they're like, oh yeah, that was all just me acting. I'm not really like that, but I knew that I would get more screen time if I was the wicked bitch of the West, So like, it's the same thing with these shows. And I mean, yeah, it is suspicious that she was eliminated and then they brought her back. I would have been like, well, okay. But yeah, you gotta be
not to play devil's advocate, because I kind of have to. There's two. She could be, obviously we want to side with her because she is the person that she feels was wronged, right?
Yeah.
And she has a leg to stand on. But there's two ways to look at this, at least without knowing all of the details. From the outside, there's two ways to look at this. They stated from the beginning, at the beginning of the show, that they had 10 girls. We're going to make a 6-member group.
Yep. That's
the goal. So 4 of these girls are not going to be here. They wound up doing, they found their 6 girls, and then because of, audience response, or maybe because it's rigged, they did pick a 7th girl. So the group started off with 7 girls.
Yeah.
Daisy was not one of them. But after the show, after they had their 7 girls, the representatives were like, we really like her. It stinks that she's not in a group, but we like her talent. We want to find something for her. So that's why they approached her to be in, not because, at least the way that I understood it from their point of view, it's kind of like when you watch like America's Got Talent, or one of those singing competition shows, and you have like these singers that go up and they sing and they're like, you're good, but you're not good enough. And then Simon Cowell goes, hey, you know what? You're not good as a solo singer, but I'm going to put you with these other guys and make you a boy band. And now you have One Direction.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like she didn't pass through to the original band, but they wanted to keep her around because they wanted to do something else with her, because Momoland was their first group. And I'm sure they put their 6 together, or their 7 together, and they're like, I think we need some more English speakers.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's keep that Daisy girl around for a little while.
Yeah, they may have seen her potential and wanted to, not throw that away, which, is good. But like I said, you never really know what's going on behind the scenes. Like like you said, she obviously felt like she was wronged. But I don't know. I'm just that person that, like, if I signed a contract to keep my mouth shut, I'm keeping my mouth shut. You know, I don't. I'm the keep my head down type of person in real life. Well, even in this, like, keep my head down, you know, type. Unless it's something that's I really, really, really believe in. But hey, maybe she really, really believed in this. But yeah, her whole thing was a bit messy, and I was like, oh, okay. So,
I guess I just want to say two other things about Daisy really quickly. She is one of my favorite members.
yeah.
Because I love the fact that her ears stick out so much.
Yeah, she has cute elf ears.
Yeah, almost like a baby Yoda type of
Yeah.
thing. And it just amazed me that someone with ears that prominent could be like a K-pop idol because they really stick out. And I'm like, oh, I think they're adorable. So I like her for that. Number two, one of the things about Finding Momoland, the TV show, is that the contestants actually paid money into the promotion of it.
Yeah, they did. They like crowdfunded stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But a lot of that money came from themselves. And Daisy was like, I gave you guys like all of this money and you didn't even put me in a group. So
hey, it was her and three others who didn't get in the group. So
like, I'm gonna sue you for my money back. And she won. She won the lawsuit. So good for Daisy. So that in that aspect, it makes me believe what she has to say about the shadiness of the company, the fact that she won her lawsuit.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. The entertainment industry is just shady as hell. So yeah, but yeah, I'm glad she got her money back. But you know, I would be that person like, I'm not paying you to be on this show. You pay me to be on the show. But yeah, I hope I don't know what else she's doing after this, but
right now she's just doing dance covers of other K-pop songs.
Oh, okay, sweet. So maybe she'll get some cool sponsorships and stuff through that. Yeah. Now we have Yeonwoo.
Yep.
Yeonwoo. So she kind of was like on again, off again with the group, if I remember correctly. Like she was there, and then she wasn't, and then like she was there through like a little bit through 2017, and then she wasn't, and then she came back in like 2019 for a little bit, and then she left that same year. It was very weird. Very weird. So she was born in South Korea. Let's see. She has an older sister. She was also performing arts school. Her charm point was her laughter. She's good at drawing and acting. Let's see. Farewell, My Concubine. That was a good show. She's a big fan of Whitebeard from One Piece. Hey, guys, she's an anime girl. She likes fishing. She has bad handwriting. Yep, me too. Me too. Let's see. She has had a room to herself. She was also in the Kim Yong-chul featuring Wi-sung music video. Her role model is Sunmi. She was an MC on Beautiful Life and the show. She left Momoland, but she's continuing as an actress. Okay.
Yeah, there's a little bit of shadiness to that too, because number one, if anyone's going to be the face of the group, it should have been her.
Yeah.
She is beyond gorgeous, like a model type. And then they are announcing their comeback, and they're like, oh, she's not going to be a part of this comeback, but she's still part of the group. And then they announced that she's not going to be in a group because she's going to pursue an acting career. And then in an interview with her like years ago, she's like, I never wanted to be an actress.
Yeah. We're putting you here now. Yeah. And then when she went on her first like hiatus, that's when they put in Teha and Daisy. So she left and they added 2 people. And then like I said, they overlapped a little bit in 2019, but I was like, that's weird. Like she maybe lasted a year, and then they're like, okay, go be an actress now. It's I don't know what's going on with this company, man. Like I don't know. It was definitely a company I've never heard of before. And I believe our last past member is Taeha. She was the main vocalist, born 98, from South Korea. She was the cousin of JYJ's Junsu. We haven't talked about JYJ, but we will. We will. She was former Starship trainee and almost debuted with Cosmic Girls.
Wow.
She was added to Momoland in April of 2017. Her specialty is singing trot. I freaking love trot. Let's see. Her real name was actually Minji, but she changed it to Taeha. Huh. She's good at sexy dancing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like nice. She cries easily. Let's see. She was a trainee for 5 years and 4 months. She was on Produce 101 season 1.
That's
Ooh.
right. That's right.
Yeah, I knew she looked familiar. She participated in Superstar K in 2009. She was in Produce 101. Blah, 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 blah. They said she couldn't promote anymore due to health reasons, and she left the group in 2019. Yeah. So, yeah. I don't really know anything else really about her.
The reason she stood out to me is because they're all good dancers, but you do notice when you have a group that has a lot of members, the strong dancers they put in the front and the okay dancers they kind of put towards the back.
Yeah.
It was always
fine
because she was always in the back.
Yeah, I don't know why. So we've already talked kind of about their music and how it was like, oh no for me, but the music I quite liked. The later stuff, I think, and I don't know why, maybe because it's so like, I don't know, in your head, but I really like Tiki Taki. Do you remember that song? Do you know that song?
No, I don't remember that one.
So,
oh wait, yeah, I do. Yep, I do know that one.
Tiki Taki, don't like, I think I like that song a lot because it's that stupid song that like gets in your head and then you can never forget the chorus ever. I was like, oh my gosh. But like their music videos, like I said, you can like you can see the progression very quickly. Like, and for one, they're dancing with a dog and a anime dog with a hat on, and the next thing you know, they're dressed like this. So it was a very drastic change. And I'm going to talk about this real fast because and I know people aren't going to want me to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it. So they had Boom Boom had plagiarism accusations from a Russian group, and I listened to it and I dug into it, and here, okay, I'm going to bring it up because here are my thoughts about the plagiarism stuff. Unless they went to court and lost, I do not give a shit. Okay? Because the allegations can be thrown left, right, whatever, and they can be lies. It could be people just trying to get attention because this group's popular at the time. So unless it goes to court and the group loses and it's proof that they plagiarized it, I don't give one shit. Okay? So, not bringing that up, okay, ever again. And that's my stance on that. All right. So if there's no court case or anything like that, then it didn't freaking happen. All right. Moving on. Boom Boom is a good song. I liked it. The music video is funny. I also like that one. It's very bright. It's very them. And that was my intro to them. And then of course I went and I watched the other things. Yeah.
the reason I got into them is because I was making a playlist. I was making a K-pop playlist for the year, and I was kind of I don't remember what year it was, but it was a year that I wasn't quite feeling K-pop. I was starting to like wind down or kind of wean myself off of it a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because I was like, it's been a few years. Maybe I don't need to listen to this all the time. Maybe I can do something else. In my life.
Yeah.
So I'm started to make a playlist, and it was actually a song by Luna that like got me back into it. That made me like go, oh my god, I love K-pop again. Let me go back and make a playlist of all of last year's songs. And Boom Boom was on there, and I'm like, I don't know if I really want to add this to my playlist. You know what? Let me listen to it one more time, see if I like it. If I like it, I'll put it on a playlist. If I don't, then whatever. And I listened to it, and I'm like, oh no, I love this song now. I became obsessed with it. So I love that song. I love the video. My favorite thing about the video is that it looks like an infomercial.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And they very specifically point out exactly, because they had the names of the members on the left side of the screen, and whenever they show them, they highlight the members' name, so it's very easy for you to learn who they are if this is your introduction to them. And I thought that was so cool. I absolutely loved that. I also thought it was funny that they did that in multiple other videos. So like, if this is your first time watching Momoland, these are the members.
Yeah, exactly. I always kind of appreciate that because just like me, I came in with Boom Boom, but they had been around for a little bit at that point. It's just like, I don't know who these girls are. It's just nice to be like, this is this person, by the way, and like, and I know people are gonna hate me because I'm bringing up another company. So SM does this during their online concerts. They will have the member of who is singing at the time when they do the zoom in, they'll have their name right there. I appreciate that because when there's groups like NCT, and I love NCT with 27 freaking members, I'm not remembering everybody. I'm sorry. I try my best, but I can't. But it's always nice because I'm like, who is that? Why does he look familiar? Who is that person? I'm like, oh, it's so-and-so because his name's right there. But yeah, I like that. And I do appreciate that Momoland did that. Because it does help the new people who are like kind of coming in to be like, oh, who's that pretty, who's that girl? Who's that? I like her voice. So it's very helpful. Some people may find it like, yes, I know you're an old fan and you can like name them by the moles on their faces or whatever, but like not everyone is that good at that. So I did appreciate that. So I didn't know that Psy was a lyricist on one of their songs.
Yeah, I heard about that too. One of the last ones, one of their last albums, he wrote one of the songs.
Yeah, it was Ready or Not. He was one of the lyricists, and I was like, oh, well, that makes sense.
Not only was he one of the lyricists, he's the guy that it's his voice on the temp track. So
oh, really?
The song is delivered. They're like listening to it, and they're like, "Wait a minute, is that Psy?"
Of course it is. So something else. So they didn't really get award shows. Don't mean anything, but I like to touch on them. So, let's see. So their English single "Yummy Yummy Love" in collaboration with Nadi Natasha, who I guess is a Latin American singer. I've seen her before. I've seen her face. Her name is Natalia Alexandra Gutierrez Batista, also known as Nadi Natasha. She's a Dominican singer. And so with that song with her, they were nominated at the Latin American 2022 I can't say awards. Sorry guys, even my other languages suck. And they were the first Korean act to earn that nomination at that event, which is very impressive.
Yeah, I was watching that video, and I have no idea who Natty Natasha was, but my girlfriend did. She's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I know who that is. I'm like, how?
How do
It's
you
usually
know?
I'm the K-pop person. And I know all the stuff about K-pop, but she's like, yeah, I know who Natty Natasha is. So that blew me away because she's actually, I didn't know who she was, but I guess apparently she is famous.
Yeah. I had seen her before. I don't know where. I'm like, huh, she looks very familiar. Why? And then I read her name. I looked at her and I read her name. And like, okay, she sounds like her name sounds familiar. I still don't know where I saw her before.
Mm-hmm.
Like if she did a collab with someone else. But yeah, I know her. So unlike the guy in Wrap Me in Plastic, which I didn't even know there was another person in that video besides the song, because I listened to the song before I watched the video, and I didn't even know there was a guy in the song.
Yeah,
But apparently there is.
he's pretty much just a DJ. Usually, like when DJ so and so wants to make a song and they get a K-pop group to do it, they're in the song, but they're not really
In the
part of the song. They're just kind of the DJ. It's kind of their DJ'd feature featuring a K-pop group.
Yeah, like because then I watched the music video and I'm like, who is this guy trying to be Daft Punk?
Exactly.
So I was like, huh, okay. So I guess I don't know if they were part in the show or what, but Momoland was somehow attached to a movie in 2016. I don't know why or how, but it's under their filmography.
Oh yeah, they were in a. What was it?
It's called The Liar and His Lover.
Yeah, and I
It's-
want to say Yuna from Girls' Generation, I think, is in it in that show.
Yeah, I think she's in it, but I was like, are they part of on the soundtrack? Because I'm looking at it. So, The Liar and His Lover, guys, is based off of a Japanese manga, which also has I believe, a Japanese movie. So if you don't want to watch TV series, you can watch the movie. But they have a Korean TV series based off of it. So you can either read the manga, watch the Japanese movie, or watch the Korean TV show. Because you gotta love Asian entertainment, because it's like, what manga did this come from?
If it's a good idea, we will find a way to get it to an audience, no matter what we do.
At least it's not Boys Over Flowers who like, do you want to watch the anime? You want to read the manga? Do you want to watch the Japanese version? Do you want to watch the Japanese version movies? Do you want to watch the Taiwanese version? Do you want to watch the mainland Chinese version? You want to watch the Korean version? Or do you want to watch the new version on Netflix? It's also in Chinese. I'm like, stop. The show has been done too many times. But yeah, like if you guys are interested in it, check it out. I haven't read it or anything, but I was like, I don't know how Momoland's related to it.
Well, they a part of the show, the executives go to a studio to check out a rookie group that's just getting started, and Momoland pretty much is playing themselves. They're just because it's like right when they came out. So the quote unquote rookie group in the show is this rookie group called Momoland.
So it's Momoland is Momoland.
Yeah, okay. Pretty much. And it's just them debuting their new. It's another way for them to get their song out into the public before their debut.
Okay. Oh, speaking of their debut, did you learn about their situation with their debut?
Oh God, I love that story so much.
Okay. So because they were going to debut with the show Finding Momoland, you have to do these missions, I guess.
Right.
And their mission was to collect 3,000 spectators so they could do their official debut. They didn't get the 3,000 spectators. The girls had to do this. They had to go out and get spectators. But they didn't get 3,000. They only got, what was it, 2,000?
2,300.
Yeah, 2,300 people. So they were short by not that much. But so because they failed their mission, their debut was postponed.
Right.
And it was like, well, you guys failed, so sucks to, I guess. I was like,
my favorite part of that is them out on the streets, you know, and they're cute girls wearing their cute uniforms, and you know, there's just all of these teenage boys walking by, and they're like, "Please come to our show," and these boys are like, not even looking at them.
They're like, no, this is a trap. What's going to happen? Am I going to lose a kidney?
I've seen those shows. I've seen those TV shows before. I mean, I am walking away in a very brisk pace away.
I know what a honeypot is.
But I felt so bad because they're like, "Oh, you know, we're trying to get people to check out our music and check out our show," and everyone is like, "Nope."
Nope, and out of that. It's and I feel bad for them, but at the same time, you gotta be like, okay, if people are acting like this, how many times does this happen?
Yeah.
Like, how often does this happen? Yeah, so I felt bad, but it's a very interesting story, and it goes along with what you said. This is like the group that has like is a gigantic mess from like start to finish.
Yeah,
it's just a mess.
They worked hard. They you can see them out on the street working hard to you know, get their popularity. But the good thing is, you know, when people saw that these girls were trying so hard and failing, they became endeared into their hearts, and people wanted to see them succeed. So obviously they did debut eventually, but you know, I think Korea watching them fail really made them root for them, really made them the underdog, and really made everyone else try to support them when they did debut. Yeah,
and I'm glad they debuted, because now we get some more ridiculous K-pop music videos. But yeah, I'm glad they debuted. So I just realized who Jui reminds me of. She reminds me of Jessie.
Yeah, like, now.
Yeah, I was like, wow, she reminds me. She's not nearly as Jessie as Jessie. Nobody can out Jessie.
No.
So we'll talk about Jessie, I promise, guys. Hey, maybe we'll do that. She's not technically I've already bent the rules once before. We'll talk about Jessie. So yeah, so okay, so my final thoughts, because we're kind of going over on time. With this group, it's definitely one that they'll grow on you. They still, like, their early stuff is just, I think, magical girl anime intro every time I listen to their songs, because it's very like da, 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 you know, very upbeat, peppy, cheerleady. It's cute. It would go well with you know, magical girl anime. But then their later stuff, you definitely hear the maturity of it, and I really like it. It's still fun and upbeat for the most part. Whether the lyrics reflect that, that's a whole other thing. Right. They also do have a song or some songs that are very like kind of you can chill to. But overall, yeah. I do have a couple of their songs on my playlist. Not very many, but a couple, which is high praise for me, considering I do not like girl groups for the most part. I have Boom Boom and like Tiki Taki, because that's my guilty pleasure song, because it's just absolutely ridiculous. I still don't know what those anime dogs are. Favorite music video is definitely Boom Boom. I'm gonna just say that right there. Like, I love it. It's so funny. And I don't like the music videos with the dogs or the whatever that anime character. I don't even know who the characters are. Like
those just felt like commercials to me.
Yeah, like
kind of blanked out of it a lot of it.
Yeah, because I think it's Tiki Taka, which is unfortunate because I like that song. But then it's like Boom Boom or Banana. It was Banana Cha Cha. Right. I'm like, what are these little things? Like they're I don't like them. Get them off the screen. So those are the music videos I didn't like. Boom Boom I really liked. And oddly I liked Wrap Me in Plastic, even though lyrically you're like, the hell. But I like that song. But yeah, what about you, Mark? Any final thoughts on Momoland? I know you really like them. So.
Yeah. So a couple of things. One of the things that just endeared them to my heart is, I don't know if anyone remembers, like, I don't know, 6 years ago, everyone did the dab move.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like, put your head down and put through your arms in the air in a sharp angle.
Look like you're sniffing your armpit while you're dancing.
The sniff your armpit dance move, right? Or
Yeah.
actually, it's not just a dance move. They use it for everything.
Yeah.
Anytime you do something cool, you do a dab. So
cool, quote unquote.
yeah, exactly. So somehow they felt the need to incorporate this into every music video.
Yes.
The no in to see the dab, because I'm watching the video and I'm tapping my girlfriend. I'm like, watch this. I got to do the dab because it's so ridiculous. And they won't let it go, which for some reason it's dumb, but I love them for that. So I just think that's super cute. Boom Boom is lightning in a bottle.
Yes.
That song works so well. And I will say something that I know we talked about the other group, the Russian group, that there was kind of a threat of plagiarism thrown at them. But there's another group called EXID or Exit.
Yeah, Exit. Yeah.
Who had a song called "Are You Hungry" that came out 2 years before Boom Boom.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, when you play it, you think Boom Boom. You think it's Boom Boom. It sounds completely the same. At least the beginning of it does.
Yeah.
And it has the same type of vibe to it. And I'm like, how has no one like put this together? Like how is Exit or EXID? How are they not like, wait a minute, we did Boom Boom 2 years before this song came out.
Copyright and plagiarism. Copyright laws are, as someone who has studied copyright laws, they are extremely fickle, and they're like Swiss cheese. There's so many holes and loopholes everywhere. Like, good luck with that. So unless it's exactly the same, 100%, no variations, it's not gonna fly. And to be perfectly honest, I've heard enough compilations of, all music sounds the same compilations where they just blend like 6 songs together. Right. And they all sound exactly the same. And that's just how popular music is. People like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that, but there are compilations.
A formula. There's definitely a formula that, someone will, if a song is a hit and it does it a certain way, there's a formula that other people will copy to try to replicate that.
Exactly.
It just amazes me that Exit would have a song that's like a B-side. It's a B single that no one cares about, and Momoland will have almost the exact same song and make one of the biggest iconic K-pop songs around, which is amazing to me. So Boom Boom, again, lightning in a bottle. Bam, and I feel like every song that they did after that, including the one that Psy did, is trying to recapture that kind of lightning in a bottle, jazzy, I don't know, kind of not reggae, but kind of a Caribbean guitar vibe to it. Yeah. And Boom Boom does it, and I think Bam does it really well. I love Bam. And I'm So Hot kind of does that too a little bit. So I think those are like my 3 strongest ones. I think all the other ones are okay, but they're not quite living up to Boom Boom.
Yeah. And I think they call it electro swing.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So I agree. They're kind of, when you have that one hit, like mega hit song, you try to recapture what it was about that song. Or you can just continue to try to evolve and grow. But like I said, they kind of fizzled. It's hard to do. It's hard to continue on when you're from such a small company, right? Whether it's budget or pay or whatever. So I hope the girls are doing well. This was fun. Like I said, even if I don't like a group, there's no such thing as an untalented K-pop artist.
True.
But, unless you pay your way in. But that's like one person I can think of. They didn't really have a career. So, so all of these girls are extremely talented, and I wish them the best on whatever their endeavors are. And to all of their fans, I'm sorry they disbanded this year. That really sucks. And because I've had some groups I love disband too. So I get it. It's so hopefully that you'll see your girls in other things. But without further ado, thanks again for joining us. You can catch me on TDC, the Definitive Crusade, where we talk about all things DC Comics, and sometimes we make snide comments about movies too. And what do you got going on, Mark?
You can catch me every week on So Wizard podcast. Me, Joey, and Aubrey. We get together and we discuss usually a new movie that's come out. We break it down, tell everyone what we think about it, and usually give our thoughts. And because we are completely different individuals, our takes are pretty unique. So check us out at sowizardpodcast.com or wherever you find podcasts.
All right. Awesome. Well, once again, see you guys. Bye.
Bye.